Once upon a time, in a world where the mists hung heavy and the mountains breathed with ancient secrets, there stood the serene courtyards of the Tianryu Monastery. Built upon a jagged cliffside, the sanctuary was a bridge between two worlds. The wind carried the scent of pine and burning sandalwood, and time was measured by the slow dripping of water into a stone basin. Here lived a young man named Kenji. Kenji was an artist, a master potter whose hands possessed the rare ability to coax life out of earth. Yet beneath his calm exterior, Kenji was drowning in an agonizing struggle. He was tormented by the ghost of absolute perfection. To Kenji, a single misaligned curve meant total failure. His studio, tucked behind the bamboo groves, was a graveyard of shattered ceramics. He would hurl his failures against the hard stone floor. He believed his soul had to be entirely without flaw to be worthy of love. One crisp autumn morning, Kenji was tasked with cleaning the grand hall, which housed the monastery's most sacred relic, an ancient celadon bowl. As Kenji carefully lifted the bowl, his foot caught on the edge of a tatami mat. He stumbled. Time seemed to slow. The bowl slipped from his fingers. It hit the floor with a sharp, echoing crack. Kenji fell to his knees. His breath caught in his throat. The sacred relic lay fractured into 6 jagged shards. Soft footsteps approached. It was Master Weirin, the elder abbot, a man whose deeply lined face mapped a century of quiet wisdom. Kenji did not look up. "I have ruined it, Master. I am careless, flawed, and unworthy. I will leave." Master Weirin knelt beside the trembling artist. He gently picked up one of the sharp, broken shards. "Ruin," the master whispered. "Kenji, you have not ruined it. You have merely given it a new story. Come with me." The old monk led Kenji to a sunlit pavilion overlooking a sea of clouds. He laid the pieces on a wooden table. He brought out a small box containing urushi sap, fine brushes, and a vial of shimmering gold powder. "We call this Kintsugi, golden joinery. We do not hide the damage. We illuminate it." For several weeks, Kenji sat with the broken bowl. The process was slow, requiring a patience Kenji had never known. He cleaned each edge with care, applying the sap to bind the fractures. He was forced to confront his own fractured spirit. "You fight your flaws, Kenji," Master Weirin observed. "A life lived without breaking is a life unlived." When the sap cured, Kenji took the fine brush and traced the seams with pure gold powder. The seams became rivers of light. When it was finished, Kenji held the bowl up to the dawn sun. It was no longer the flawless celadon of the ancient dynasty. It was something entirely new. It was resilient. It was profoundly more beautiful because it had been broken. Tears pricked Kenji's eyes. The bowl had not hidden its trauma. It wore its scars proudly, declaring, "I have survived." The world breaks every one of us. The foolish man tries to hide his cracks, but the wise man fills them with gold. Kenji returned to his studio. He kept the broken pieces of his past failures in a corner as a reminder. When he sat down at the wheel, his hands were relaxed, guiding the earth, accepting its natural textures and inherent character. He created pots that were slightly lopsided, vases with glazes that pooled in unpredictable ways. And when a piece cracked, Kenji smiled. True beauty does not exist in the absence of flaws, but in the courage, grace, and golden resilience with which we mend ourselves.